First of all, what should I first know who and what is the thing you're gonna be. What are you teaching and what are you teaching? So now know what you need to bring on board. We have the young learners, we have the teenagers, we have the adults. And this age range and all that, they've got different purposes for wanting to learn English. Some adults want to learn because maybe for job purposes, they're not even motivated, most of them, because their job wants them to go and learn. Perhaps they have other countries and English-speaking nations and they need to, for meetings and all that, and for travels, business travels and all that. And also, for teenagers, it could be that they are praying for exams and foreign exams, or, why for kids, it could be in their school, kindergartens, in primary school, and so all these things differ. So it is what determines what they need as a person or from you as a person. Yes. So I would say, as a foreigner in Moscow, you have an edge. For you, because you're from English-speaking country, so for them you are, it's your first language or one of your first languages. So you got English as your language, you speak well, and you are a student. They love it when you have a degree or you're a student. So those two qualities gives you a chance already. Anything that is worth it is going to come with its own challenges anyway. So I wouldn't say it's easy or it's easy peasy and all that. Getting English job in Moscow, even though we call it English job, basically you're going to teach around various topics and subjects anyway. You're going to teach maths, science, geography, like it's encompassing.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and it's your guy Dear Mike, and today you can see already a very beautiful queen beside me. Yes, I got her to actually tell you guys things about herself, and don't let me tell you guys. Just make sure you watch this video to the end. So let's meet our guest. Can we meet you?
All right, hello everyone. I'm so glad to be here on Dear Mike channel. It's on, it's really awesome already. My name is Olufunke Olasode. I'm a published author. I'm an English teacher. I teach English as second language, ESL teacher anyway. And also, I'm a coach. Yes, I run an NGO. We teach on self-development and entrepreneurship. That's it about me. For now.
Thank you for coming to our show. I hope you have a very interesting time.
All right, I look forward to that.
So, guys, she's a very she works in Moscow. She's an experienced English teacher, and she's gonna tell us about how to get jobs in Moscow, or particularly how to be a teacher in Moscow. So, what do you think about getting jobs in Moscow? Would you say it's difficult, or is an Herculean task, or it's just something simple and you could?
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything that is worth it is. It's going to come with its own challenges anyway. So I wouldn't say it's easy or it's, easy peasy and all that. Getting English job in Moscow, even though we call it English job, basically you're going to teach around various topics and subjects anyway. You're going to teach maths, science, geography, like it's encompassing. But for a foreigner, because now from that angle of foreigner, right? Because I came here for my postgraduate studies, and I started teaching for survival means at first. You get. So I would say, as a foreigner in Moscow, you have an edge. For you, because you're from English-speaking country, so for them you are, it's your first language or one of your first languages. So you got English as your language, you speak well, and you are a student. They love it when you have a degree or you're a student. So those two qualities gives you a chance already. It gives you a stand. Okay. So there are other things that also that comes to play here. Because when I say getting job in Moscow, first of all, what should I first know who and what is the thing you're gonna be. What are you teaching and what are you teaching? So now know what you need to bring on board. We have the young learners, we have the teenagers, we have the adults. And this age range and all that, they've got different purposes for wanting to learn English. Some adults want to learn because maybe for job purposes, they're not even motivated, most of them, because their job wants them to go and learn. Perhaps they have other countries and English-speaking nations and they need to, for meetings and all that, and for travels, business travels and all that. And also, for teenagers, it could be that they are praying for exams and foreign exams, or, why for kids, it could be in their school, kindergartens, in primary school, and so all these things differ. So it is what determines what they need as a person or from you as a person. But basically getting English job in Moscow is really broad. It's a broad question. You didn't really break it down. Let me say the word. But there are platforms to go to. But I want to start this way. What you need, first of all, I've already mentioned about you being able to speak well, because I realize that people feel that when you talk of teaching, there's this stand I've noticed from most foreigners, because I try to train people for teaching, and I learned my lesson from it. It's not like every other, like you say, come and learn how to do software, come and learn how to make beads, come and learn how to make cake. No, it's a profession. So there has to be some value from inside, actually. Because I tried that, it didn't work out. It didn't work. So first of all, you as a person, because teaching is very deep, and they're seeing you as a Cambridge teacher level. So you are teaching foreigners. These are white kids or adults per se. So you as a person, are you courageous? It's very important, because you may even have, all the phonetic and all that, not being able to express yourself or sell yourself out there. Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, if you are in a foreign land, Moscow as a case study, and you are a student, mind you, they may not even ask for your certification, but it's good that they see it there, maybe on platform like Headhunters. Now talking about where you can put out your CVs or your profile. Headhunters is a powerful one. Expert.ru, you can just write short something about yourself. And mind you, when writing out things about who you are, or what, or calling for teachers or students and all that, you have to really be mindful of what they need. You have to like spell out who your audiences are. Okay, I'm a teacher, I'm an expert, I teach kids, or I teach young learners, or I teach business English. Okay. As a person, I started teaching business English, actually, and it was really fun for me. At first, it was tedious. Because I started afraid. Let me use that word. But I was doing it, and now I'm more based with young learners. I realized that I love two categories. I love to start with you are fresh, and I love to help you to use your tools. I'm not really good with the middle people. I like the beginners and the advanced level. So I love the business English categories. Those are already adults and they can use English well, or even teenagers that speaks well. So I help you to, I'm quite dramatic and interesting, so it helps me more. Yeah, and I love kids. I love beginners as well. I help you to start afresh, putting those things in your mind, because I'm also learning through that process. Yeah, now I'm they call it we call it Methodist. Yeah, those are build materials. Now I'm so good, I can build materials when I know my students. I know your need, what you want. Perhaps maybe, for example, you're working in aviation company. Maybe you're working as hostess and all that. What do you need? What do you do? So this determines what we need to work on. What you need as a lesson. Yeah. Perhaps you're working in a company as a typist, or you're a program manager and all that. Sure. I have to learn about writing letters, meeting English, meeting people and all that. So all these things determines what you need as a person. So I've been able to, I've grown to be a Methodist along the line. So basically, you need to be courageous. You need to know, to be well spoken, very important. You need education. You cannot give what you don't have, mind you. So you need that. Sometimes they don't even ask for your certificate, but it's good that they see it there, because it's like a pulling factor, like affinity, like, oh, she's got a degree, or she's doing a master's, or she's doing a PhD, or he or she, they love that, because basically foreigners go for these examinations, but they know you've got the English. So it's like you have a tool. What you now need now is to know how to use it. So along the line, you might learn, you might expose you to some trainings that will help you better,
So what led to your teaching career? Is this something you've been doing from Africa, or is just something when you go here and you're like, oh, this is an opportunity, then let me just let me announce it?
That's very interesting. Okay, like I said earlier, I think, that I came to Moscow for my master's degree. Yes, and then teaching for me was for survivor means. Let me use that word. And it started this way when I came here then, because even though, like, I can tell you all that works actually, but there's nothing that works for you. You'll be surprised that all my teaching jobs, all my clients and all that, that I've ever worked with or working for, there was none of them that I applied to.
Wow.
Mind you, I applied though. Oh my gosh, when I was looking for a job, in fact, I would get A4 paper, and when I go online, because I'm going to apply. And when I apply, I'm calling you. I'm that bold. So as I'm applying to companies, I'm writing the numbers down and the name. So I may have 50 numbers sometimes.
Wow.
Yes, and I will call you. I'm Olufunke. I sent you a message. I did this, and I heard that, I came across or whatever on Headhunters on this one. I did all that. But for me as a person, people call me a referral. And I'm going to talk around that. Being an extra person in what you do.
Wow.
They will refer you. They will refer you, honestly. So at first it was someone that was leaving from university. He finished his degree then, his master's degree, then he was leaving, and he introduced me to a center. And I got there, and I was thinking you're going to be teaching. No, everybody, all they hear about teaching is kids.
Yeah.
And it was for business English. I mean, thank God I did PR and communication. So in my field, business education and all that. So when I got there, I was told, okay, you're going to be teaching these people and all that. These are managers from their company, actually. So I started with such people. So I'm an author of a published book by God's grace, and it's on Amazon. It's not about teaching, actually. It's more religious, about knowing about God and experiencing His goodness. His name is Selah. Perhaps we have the link below to show you. You can order it on Amazon. It cuts across diverse topics about soul winning, about knowing more about who you are, learning to interact with people, about relationships. So it's like a devotional, actually. So you can get it. It's going to bless you.
So when are you going to release your book on teaching?
Wow, I have a book I'm working on right now. In fact, right now it's with the illustrator and all that. So it's for kids. Now it's for kids, and it's on the religious part and the classroom aspect as well, bringing the preschool with this Bible story. And after that, I'm also working on one that is just for everybody.
Wow.
Notwithstanding your religion, they're all for everybody anyway.
We can't wait to have them.
Yes, so. I'm not going to unleash it now. I'm going to get to know about it. I'm going to come here and talk about it as well.
Fingers crossed. So, how do we get you on social media?
All right, funky_class.
So I'm gonna leave a social media link to the Instagram. You could contact her on Instagram. She has a very nice page. And thank you guys for staying tuned. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section, and she would be available to answer you. The ones I will, but I believe she will also be checking once in a while to answer your questions. Thank you for your time. See you.